Good.
Yeah.
So tell me, you have a daughter.
I do.
She's in public school.
Yes, she is.
What do you think about the No Child Left Behind
I think it's atrocious. I think it's designed to leave children behind. I actually think it's the entryway into the new draft. We don't have a draft in the United States. They obviously need soldiers. They need men and women to go off and man and woman their tanks and bombers and all the kinds of things that they have, all their war machinery all over the world. So what they've done is they've isolated these children, kept them from graduating. They leave them hanging out after high school with no high school diplomas. Probably many from lower class, so no economic base, and then they start, trying to, seduce them into going into the Army. This is the new draft, and it's been amazing to watch the Bush administration and the federal government's, roll over and die policy kill our public school system, so that the only real education is in private schools at this point. And I don't think we should pretend like something else is happening. I mean, I see my sister's kids are in one of the most expensive schools in Cincinnati. And the education compared to what my daughter got, there's no comparison. But my daughter got an education out of living in San Francisco. Now, that's another thing that is actually really amazing, is to live in this multicultural, forward-thinking community. But in terms of the school system, they can't compare in terms of attention. You have 8 children in a class compared to 30. You have swimming pools and gyms and all of these things that the more affluent have. It's totally unfair. It's much worse of an education system than when I was in public school.
Right, and some of this does have to do probably with Proposition 13 passed in 1978. California used to be known for its schools, for its education from K through.
Yeah, the debate with my opponents, they are really for whittling down the federal government. And I'm actually for taking our tax dollars and turning them back over to the people so we can make a garden again of this place, so that we can have fabulous transportation, mass transportation, beautiful schools, organic gardens on every corner, so we can find energy sources that don't pollute the world. Everybody could have health care. I mean, that $500 billion poured back into this country, livable wages, all of those kind of things could make the United States a leader on the docket of world peace, rather than, this kind of embattled, entrenched, and shrinking country where less and less people have resources to live full and comfortable lives.
And one thing you've talked about is the Works Progress Administration,
yes,
and reviving the concept of the Works Progress
yes,
Administration and putting people back to work,
yes,
including artists.
Yes, the Works Progress Authority, Roosevelt's program funded thousands of artists, building murals and theater companies and dance companies, and put many, many artists back to work. And, we saw the Democrats kill the California Arts Council with hardly a whimper of opposition. I mean, there is very little state or federal funding for the arts. I mean, real, like they do in Paris or England or France, or people with comparable economies to ours. I mean, Cuba has a better situation with the arts in the United States at this point. San Francisco gives 37 cents to the child in arts funding. 37 cents. You can't do anything with 37 cents. You can't buy a crayon with 37 cents.
You can't. I know that well.
Yeah,
I know
you
it well.
Teach, you know.
I know. And I also know that in our middle schools, maybe there's an art teacher, maybe there's a music teacher.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Right. I know Tom Almiano's earmarked a lot of money to go into the schools, so we'll see how that pans out. That's actually very exciting.
Right. And those things used to be a regular part of a child's education before Proposition 13.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.